Hi guys and welcome back. Thank you for everyone who gave me likes last week. Thank you, Christy, for your comment. I always look forward to having a chance to have a tiny little chat with you. And hello to my new subscriber. And yeah, let's dive right in. First of all, I wanted to let you know I've kind of ironed out things with the schedule and how I think I want to do things going forward. And I'm going to try to have a learning video once a month, the first week of the month, the first Wednesday of the month it will release. That just gives me a chance to try to learn some more editing, to try and actually get things filmed and still get some stitching done. I plan to do every other weekend, spend some time with my Flosstube stuff, but it's going to be more learning and editing, getting some things filmed ahead of time. I have 2 videos that I got filmed recently. I'm not thrilled with the way they turned out, particularly the first one that I'll be posting the first week of September. But I had horrible lighting issues, but the problem is, once I've learned something, I can't unlearn it, and part of my goal with this is to kind of let you see my process of learning. The mistakes are part of it, and so yeah, even though I am really kind of embarrassed about it, I'm still going to go ahead and post that one. I'm learning. I got some new lighting. I'm still learning the ropes of it. But hopefully things will improve as I go along, and hopefully some of this extra time that I have without the stress of having to put something out will give me time to learn how to make those better for you. But in the meantime, I can tell you what I'm up to. So it'll be 3 weeks out of the month. It'll be WIP updates. I have a couple ideas for like maybe some like little talky type videos that don't require any filming, like I think like my top 10 favorite accessories, or some tips and tricks, some things like that. So it won't all just be straight WIP updates, but that'll be the majority of it for 3 weeks, and then the first week of every month I'll post a learning video. I've got 2 in the hopper. I've got more planned. And hopefully things will work out that way, and it'll be a little bit less stressful than it has been. So yeah, brief haul update, a brief stash update. I got my last Knit Crate subscription box. I say last because it's July's, and the shipping issues are not why I decided to cancel my membership. It's actually, I'm just temporarily putting it on hold because I can't afford all of the subscriptions I have, and right now I'd much rather keep my fabrics of the month because I'm getting a lot more stitching done than I am knitting and crocheting. But eventually, hopefully, when things calm down, I will be able to resume my Knit Crate subscription. So my last subscription for July, the theme was inspirations, and since I had the Anything Goes month, I never know what's going to be in the box until I open it. And this month I got the neutral, which is pavement, and it's this gray, variegated gray, really pretty. It's a different feel than I'm used to. It's a 100% cotton yarn, where a lot of the yarns that I like to use are at least partially, if not totally, wool. So it's a different feel. I'm excited to get a chance to use it, and I will probably use it for the pattern that they put in here, which is this pretty shawl. The Sanctuary Knit Shawl by Michelle Costa. So eventually I'll finish my other shawl, and then I will be able to work on that one. So yeah, I'm a little sad to see my subscription go. I really only got 3 months in with it. But, I mean, finances being what they are right now, I just felt like it was a splurge that I couldn't justify right now. So I will get back to it eventually. I really enjoyed it. I like that they give you a little something every month, and this month it was a crochet hook, but it's got some length on the end, so that's kind of cool. Hi, Nosy. No, there's nothing up here for you. Sorry. Oof! It's apparently kettle time again. Say hello, Lexi. So, yeah. Sorry, sometimes when cuddles are demanded and I don't pay attention, she comes after them. Anyway, so what have I been doing stitchy this week? Let me organize it. First off, my priority project, as always, still is the Harry Potter birth record. I am slowly but surely making progress. These letters are just huge, and so they take a long time. And try to cover that so that you can see it a little bit better. So that's where I'm working right now. But, I mean, literally, like 4 of those rows is 100 stitches and takes me an hour. So it's slow going. I'm trying to kind of alternate to keep myself entertained between doing some of the stitches here and then starting on the last name, which now that it's starting to actually get there, I'll probably start covering that because, like I said, I just kind of want to respect the privacy of the family and not put all of their information out there. So I'll probably obscure the last name. But that's where it's at right now. It's probably going to be a lot of time in the next few weeks just working on the name before I can get down to the fun stuff because I don't want to move the Q-snap any more than I have to. And I apologize for the barking. Apparently it's a busy day in my neighborhood and Lexi feels the need to let me know every time a car goes by. So the next thing that I worked on is the Stitching Book Club. That actually doesn't start until August 29th, but we have had the border pre-released and the title, the centered title. So I got the title part done. And hopefully you can see that okay. And I've decided I'm going to hold off on the border until we start to get some of the elements in there, just because it might make counting easier. I hate counting large spaces. I don't grid. I don't really see the point because for me I found out like 9 times out of 10 if I make a mistake I made it counting on the pattern, not on the fabric. So it doesn't really seem to me like it would help me eliminate mistakes all that much to have grid lines on the fabric. Maybe I'll change that. I am actually working on a few really large projects right now that could definitely have the potential to change my mind. But in the meantime, without gridding, I don't like to count across huge amounts of blank space. So I'm going to wait and kind of fill the border in as we start getting elements so that I can just count the border from the elements rather than from the center and have great big huge gaps of empty stitches that I could totally screw up really easily. My main focus this week was finishing the episode 1 of Everything is Fine, the Good Place Stitch Along from Son of a Stitch, and I did manage to get that done, so are you ready? Here we go! Da, 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 da. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Obviously, I haven't done the border yet. I've got enough of the border done. This is the end here. So I've got enough of the border done to see where the general shape is and to be able to count from it when episode 2 comes along. And that's really all I feel like I need at this point, and I have a lot more other things to do, so borders can get filled in later, is kind of how I feel about it. So yes, I'm done with this. I'm stitch along all caught up or Sol caught up, ha ha ha, until the 30th of August is when this one comes out. So, wow, the end of the month is going to be busy. I've got Stitching Book Club comes out on the 29th, and this one comes out on the 30th, and then Grimm's Fairy Tales will come out on September 1st, and Letters from Hogwarts comes out on September 1st too, Chapter 5. And Dark Queen of the Seas comes out on September 1st. Oh, busy, 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 busy. But it's fun. We're having fun. So that's what matters, right? What do I want to talk about next? Temperature stitch along. We have finally come through we finally gotten to the next round starting, and you can start to see we've got a different pattern element coming in up here. So that's kind of exciting. It was kind of surprising. I guess I can't find the word to explain. Shocking seems too extreme. Surprising. It's something that made me stop and think, is that this rotation we've just started is actually the second to last rotation of the entire stitch along. And this rotation is going to cover the end of August, all of September, and almost the entire first half of October. So we're going to start to see some changes come along in here. We're going to get away from a lot of these oranges and reds. We're going to start getting back into the greens being the highs instead of the lows like they are right now. At least I hope so. I hope it's not a miserable hot fall, because fall is my favorite season. So yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of seeing those cooler temperatures come in and getting a change from... we've had a nice run with this border, and I really, for as nervous as I was about how they were going to look, I really like the way the colors have come together. But it'll be nice to see some of those cooler temperatures, and it'll be really nice to feel some of those cooler temperatures. So yeah, there we go. That's where we're at with that one. And last but not least, the thing that I'm probably going to focus on the most this coming week is the Wonders of Space Stitch Along. We've released the penultimate chapter, and I'm going to be sad when it's gone, because I really love this one. Claire's choices of colors is always so great. I mean, they look like, one of my friends said they look like pixelated photos. Well, that's because they are. But I mean, they really do look almost photorealistic from a certain distance away. When you're up there in them working on the confetti, you don't see it, but then when you set it back, you're just like, oh, that's really cool. So I've started, as you can see, Jupiter is August's astronomy photograph. So I've just barely gotten it started, and that's going to be my focus for the next week or so, is trying to get that done and get it out of here. And then I've got just this one left. Just this one square. And I'm going to be sad to see this one go. But Climbing Goat's Design is already planning for 2021 to do a planet stitch along. So I will not be without my space fix for very long. 3 months. October, November, December. And I got plenty of other things to do. I have signed up for Stitchonomy's Halloween Stitch Along, which it releases daily in October. And I think I'm asking a lot of myself. But, I mean, Halloween is my absolute favorite. That is one of the reasons I love fall. I love going to the orchards, but I love, love, love Halloween. So yeah, I want to do all the Halloween things. And I have so far talked myself like 3 or 4 times out of doing Climbing Goat's Designs Halloween Stitch Along as well. Sorry, Claire, but I mean, I've only got so much time and so much money, and I really want to do it, but I don't think I can afford it time-wise. I don't know. I still keep going back and forth. It's pulled up on It's pulled up on a browser page on my phone, and I look at it every once in a while, and I come this close. And I have to start another project because I totally... Where does the time go, guys? One of my adopted nibblings is graduating high school this year, and I realized I'd kind of started a tradition last year of making graduation gifts for the kids that kind of mean a lot to me. So I've got to get started on that. Unfortunately, what she is into is not going to take me too much time and effort. I found a perfect pattern that is going to be absolutely gorgeous, but is not going to take me like 8 months of nonstop work. So, but you know what? To buy it, I have to go on Etsy, where that Halloween stitch along posting is posted. So I don't know. It's going to be dangerous. We'll see. Send good thoughts, whether you're encouraging me to do the stitch along or whether you're encouraging me to be strong. Send good thoughts. And, well, that's it. I didn't work on a lot of different projects this week because I was trying very hard to keep these stitch alongs that I'm still current on up to date. Like I said, August has been my stitch along month. I haven't really gotten to work on a lot of my older stitch alongs. I did some Grimm's a couple weeks ago, but I haven't gotten back to it. This weekend I want to try to either get into Letters from Hogwarts or Avatar if I have time working around the Wonders of Space and the Birth Record. My knitting is not up here. I've only gotten a few more rows done. But that's one that I'm going to try to focus on some more lately too. And then my crochet project. Oh, that's right. I recorded another crochet video and I haven't posted yet, so I forgot that some of the things I said in that one are not. You don't know yet. So I've picked out a crochet project, but I don't think I'm going to start it until I post that video, and that video is probably not going to come until October because I have a different one that I'm planning to post in September. Because I want some more time to practice before I start on an actual project. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I'd like it to actually come out somewhat usable, unlike what I think the shawl is going to be. I don't know. Alright, at this point I'm just babbling. You've seen all my WIP updates. You've got the important news about learning videos are going to be once a month now on the first Wednesday of the month. And I don't really have anything more to say, so before I keep babbling inanely along, I am just going to go ahead and say goodbye, have a great week, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you next time. Don't forget, if you feel like it, drop a like, drop a comment, give me a chance to have a little bit of a chat with you. If you're not already subscribed, the subscribe button is down there, and I will see you guys all next week. Bye!